What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Swolecast, the between the football weeks Swolecast. Obviously, we have the big game next week, but I thought a couple weeks ago, like, we're not going to really have anything to talk about the week before Super Bowl, and then it's just like I don't remember ever this crazy of a moment that is going on like in the DFS space. So, guys, welcome to the show. Davis, how you doing?
Doing great. I'm the proud owner of part of a Triceratops skeleton. So pretty excited about that business venture.
Are you genuinely excited about that?
Dude, I have a dinosaur skeleton tattoo. I am huge on dinosaurs.
Let me see this.
No, it's on my ribs.
You never seen his dinosaur skull tattoo?
No.
It's huge. It's like this big. It's a T-Rex skull.
Bro,
wow,
lit.
dude.
Got it right after seeing Jurassic
Yeah,
Park 4.
we didn't get shirtless when we were out in New York in week 16 when it was like 14 degrees outside.
I just didn't know you were into physical art. It just seems kind of like a relic of an old age.
Peter, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I shared your sentiments too. I was wondering about the Swolecast. I could tell Dan Bach when he was doing the program, he kind of had the trigger finger. He's like, should I cancel the Swolecast? Let's pull the plug. Let's pull the plug.
Like,
we're like,
permanently.
no. Yeah. And then we're like, no, let's do it. And now look at us. Try to cancel us now, Dan. I dare you.
Hey guys, look, it's a run it back moment right here.
Wow. You know, those are gonna be on a challenge soon. That's pretty valuable.
Those are going to be pretty sweet.
Davis has a Nick Collison one.
Tuttle, how are you doing?
Right.
I'm doing all right. I was, looking forward to maybe watch some tape and grind some tape and talk about the Super Bowl a few weeks out, but it sounds like you guys don't want to do that. So
no, that's what my tweet. I just said, we're live now for the Swolecast. We're doing a super deep dive on the Super Bowl, O-line, D-line advantages, wide receiver, corner matchups, and more. So people trickling in actually expect that from us, Tom.
Yeah.
nobody's doing it like us this far out.
No one is
We are the
doing their
only
Super
ones.
Bowl preview show 10 days before the Super Bowl.
No
Have you
one's
guys
covering
played-
the Super Bowl except us.
Have you guys do you have any strong convictions about how this game is going to go? Except Davis.
I was going to say, has Davis never not had a strong conviction about something, regardless of the true confidence level?
Dave, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win by a lot of points.
Yeah, no offense, Davis, but sometimes you let your fandom kind of leak into your analysis.
Never.
Peter, do you have any strong takes about it?
Yeah, I've been betting against Tom Brady for a long time. Not quite go back and delete a bunch of old tweets betting against him, but I have been betting against him all playoffs, and I'm going to continue to do so here.
Davis, do you want to address that? You never even responded on Twitter.
Yeah, because Frisco Josh was mad because he got lectured on Bitcoin again. So he went back and found some old tweet and was like, LOL, this is wrong. And I thought I could go back and argue with Josh again for another hour, or I could just log off and go read my book. And so that's what I did.
But why did you delete it though? Why didn't you just leave it up there? You deleting it made it like a rare moment. You took the common take out of production and you made it an LE moment. Or a rare moment.
I was trying to make it a metallic gold moment.
Yeah.
Was sort of the thought.
You got under Frisco's skin if he went digging for old Davis tweets.
That has to be the satisfying part.
But to be fair, someone said, because they was like, why would anybody, I don't know why I'm doing Blender voice.
Blender was talking about.
Why would anybody sign Tom Brady? Why would you think he was good? And then someone said, because they want to win a Super Bowl. And Davis's response was, LMAO, imagine. And then Davis just deleted all those tweets.
No, I didn't delete all of them. Some were, I got lazy after.
There was also a prop on 40 TDs, and Davis was like, I don't think you realize how much 40 TDs is.
That's the amazing thing is if you go back and look at those, I was offering action to anyone. I was like, okay, let's bet. And it's sad that just people like to tweet, but they don't so much like to bet.
and delete tweets. But yeah, he actually had 40 on the dot, so that would have been a push if someone would have betted that. So,
Oh, that's how betting works. Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Kitchen is sports betting
Yeah,
extraordinaire
sports-
these days.
Guys, ask me about anything: fantasy, gaming, Top
AMC?
Shots, collectibles.
What games are you grinding now, Kitch?
Yeah. What DFS have you been playing, Dave?
I
wish there was an intangible dot market for Soccer Dave's DK account to see the last time it was active.
We were talking about this in the in the chat before, as far as like, I feel like cards are saved, or I feel like digital moments are saving me right now, because I am investing in something on the ground floor that is going up, that when you grind, you're not going to get in, you're not going to end the night saying, why did I just spend 4 hours sweating that? Like, when something happens at the end or your player gets hurt. Tuttle, you echo those sentiments.
Yeah, I agreed with it. I mean, Davis and Dave have experienced the level of tilt I can get onto firsthand if things don't go well early on. We had an FI meeting, 4 or 5 years ago, and I tilted by entering like a 5K 3-man that I had no business entering in for a late slate.
Yeah, it's compounding tilt.
Yes, and I told David, like, since Top Shots has come out, I haven't entered any late slate yet.
Yeah.
Like, I just go scroll the Top Shots.
If anything, I am doing the box score watcher guy. Like, that is me right now, because I know that's how everyone else is looking at it. So like when Cole Anthony the other night like went off, I immediately went and bought some rookie moments. And sure enough, the other box score watchers, whatever, it went all the way up to like 200. So it is the collectible.
What's the last
market.
DFS contest you played?
Did you not play any 2-game stuff on Sunday?
No.
Wow.
None.
Well, the bigger thing is basketball. Kitch used to love grinding basketball.
Yeah. And I still like it. It's just like, there is no
So I'm still playing as much and the normal amount, but I have no emotional connect. Like, I just lose and I'm like, whatever. Great, I lost.
Kitchen, I have a question for you, because you've dove headfirst into this Top Shot world. If I have any questions about what's going on in the ecosystem, I go to you. You have your finger on the pulse more than anyone I know. However, I've worried about your work-life balance and everything you got going on right now. I mean, you got these bets, you got children, you got a job. Do you feel like this is getting away from you? And I say that as someone who just recently had to put up some new guardrails for making sure Top Shot didn't take over my life. And I just want to hear how you're doing, man.
Yeah, no, same. I had the family talk earlier this week, and just like, listen, like, it's all right. But like, the marketplace being down has been good. It's allowed me to reset. Also, when it takes forever for like purchases to go through, as they're like correcting like Dapper and everything else, and your money is tied up in your wallet, like, it's good, because then you're just like, I would like to consolidate even more to where I'm not having to feel like I'm grinding like series 2 moments.
Yeah, I just like to sit and like let the money come to me is sort of the thesis of Soccer Dave's investing strategy.
Well, like, knowing like what to go after. And I think I've been like pretty clear in what I'm going after. And that is like what I think most people are going after right now. And that's series 1 and rookies. So as soon as the rookie badges drop, it's going to be off to the races. So
there was a story on NBA.com today about Top Shots.
Well, I guess there's some like crypto YouTubers also that are talking about it now. Like,
things you truly love to see.
We'll see how that takes off. The pack drops yesterday were frustrating, but also as we talk about the thesis behind the play, of the packs, the common packs, is that they don't want them to be valuable. They don't want them to be something that you get.
No, but they do need to change the way they do the common packs, and there needs to be like a 0.001% chance of getting a rare. That's the only way.
Yeah. Well,
they
think
need to change that.
I think the market's correcting based on the pack drops yesterday. Peter, your thoughts?
Yeah, I've been like last night on that stream I did, I pulled a Kevin Durant and Steph Curry in that, the series 2 commons, and I immediately flipped them. And my Steph was a really good serial too. It was like 293, sold it for 198. I feel like anything you can flip in those series 2s makes a ton of sense. I just can't imagine those holding long-term value.
Yeah. I really enjoyed listening to your show last night with Jack. Jack's like we've kind of adopted him into the DFS circle. So he's being like kind of baptized with fire, but
yeah, Kitchen just, really putting his arm out and just encouraging someone else to go and spread their wings and be successful.
Well, no, like he has come into this and he's like, if he would have been like fully into DFS if he was like 5 or 6 years older, like at the beginning of DFS.
He is frustratingly impressive for his age. Like, scary. It makes me angry.
He's got like over 1 million followers on what's it called? Snapchat.
Are you doing a Bill Belichick bet? Snap face, whatever, the my book
face. All right. So we'll talk about some cool cats later. Let's talk about all the stuff with the stock market.
I'd like Kitchen. I'd like a really detailed explanation from you on what you think is happening.
Here's what I think is happening. This is like the loan forgiveness program where a bunch of Redditors started this basically this way they somehow found out that Melvin
This is
Capital,
like drunk history.
that Melvin, and I'm using my hands, that Melvin Capital had like a big short position in GameStop. And also the combination of Michael Burry, who's the main character in The Big Short, which is a very good movie, was in on it. So at first it was like, oh, Michael Burry's a genius. Like that's what all the headlines were. And then people started realizing that there was more to this story. So now whenever because these these hedge funds are having to borrow money from other hedge funds to pay for these shorts, it just catapults it even further. And now there is the Reddit investing on Twitter, who's giving directions basically to all the Robinhooders, and it's a wealth redistribution going on right now.
I mean,
would you agree, Davis?
I only threw $500 into this, but I feel like I'm Robin Hood. I do. I feel like I'm fighting.
A literary figure, not the trading app.
Yes.
Okay.
Literary figure.
Kitchen,
I really do.
You did all right. But...
So yeah, well, Davis, thank you. Davis telling me that I did all right with the stonks, but there are these what they call the meme stocks, or Dan Bach calls them the meme stocks.
The meme, yeah.
And so you've got the first one was GameStop. Now you've got AMC for the movie theaters, and you also have these retail ones, Express, Bed Bath and Beyond, and then the old phone. Davis, I'm not even sure you had a Nokia phone with Snake on it.
No,
that was my first phone.
One of my first phones as well. Snake was such a popular game on it.
It was a good game.
It was
if you think about it, the OG Top Shots, if you really think about it in terms of something to ignore our families with, and
BlackBerry as well. So between all of those, now these hedge funds have these short positions where basically they're just banking on someone. They're trying to squeeze these companies and just banking that they're going to fail. And so it's the people are rising up, giving these companies a chance. I think I saw where GameStop is now has the equivalent market cap of Best Buy. Like, how crazy is that?
You look like Charlie Day, and It's Always Sunny with like the way you're holding up your drink and you're
I know,
explaining all the. You do look like you've gotten some more sleep recently, though, versus a few days ago.
Well, I think it's because he's eating. I think it's because he's eating his full allotment of calories again. I think it's how we can explain all this energy that Dave has.
See, have you guys, because I'm curious with your guys with the weight loss challenge, part of I knew I was getting sucked in because I've been doing some days now where I've been only having one meal where I go right past lunch and then eat a really big early dinner. And that's when I know my schedule's getting too out of control. Have you been stress eating or have you been leaning into the intermittent fasting busyness?
Well, I won't answer for Dave, but I have a guess at what he might say. I instead of making food for my lunch now, I just grab a Greek yogurt and an apple and I go immediately back up to my desktop. And I let the dogs out. So it's like a 6-minute lunch break and then I'm back up to my computer immediately.
Yeah. That's unhealthy.
How about you, Dave?
That's unhealthy.
Oh, it's unhealthy.
A yogurt and an apple to break the fast. That's unhealthy. You gotta
Yogurt's super fatty, dude.
Yeah. I'm not going to give away all my strategies.
Wait, how long does your bet go until?
April 1st.
April 1st.
We'll
So
see
Kitchen is thinking that he can put the weight back on and then lose it again, I think is his current strategy.
And how much do you think you're down right now, Kitch?
Oh, I know how much I'm down.
Well, can you say it or no?
No, I'm not going to say it because I don't. It's a little gamification I've got going on. It's like a challenge.
I'll gamify it with you.
I'm going to try to beat you. Is my goal here.
Well,
I stepped on the scale the other day and I'm at all-time highs.
Okay.
Dave, will you start posting daily short videos and then I can create moments and put them in a showcase?
Yeah, and an NFT of David working out.
So one of the moments last week was on Saturday, I was coaching my daughter's basketball game and I literally did something to my back, like in the game. And it just like locked up on me. And ever since then, I've been having troubles. I need to get a good computer desk chair because I'm pretty sure it had to do with like just being at a screen all day and not standing up. Right now,
should do some fat guy yoga, dude.
I'm standing up. Peter?
So Kitchen, right now I'm down 21 pounds. So
yeah.
From our original bet, you gotta get down about 35 if I just leveled off right now.
How is that?
Because of the way that our original weigh-ins corresponded.
Okay.
The way it worked out was that you had to lose about 0.75 whatever I lost.
I thought it was like a 1.3 multiplier. Like if you lost 21, if you like your math is off, but that's okay.
My math, I'm sure my math is not exact, but I'm just saying you have to lose more weight than I have to lose because it's a percentage of total body weight.
I'm just saying your Mattek math might be a bit off there.
Well, I'm telling you it's off.
You guys should have had built into the bet like having to share some checkpoints so the rest of us can get some good sweat equity.
Yeah. I think that we should build that in right now, Dave. Do you agree? Once weekly.
I think we should give totals.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a little bit of time though. Give me a little bit of time. Super Bowl weekend.
Eating his night chicken wing. The
jalapeno
start
poppers
tomorrow.
Kitchen, we should have made this. We should have made this bet for like $30,000. Like
day after Super Bowl, Davis.
This is for all of Kitchen's Top Shot moments.
Yeah, Kitchen, we should just do a Top Shot pink slips challenge. You know what I mean?
Kitchen,
all
tell
right.
me, has this thought crossed your mind? If I just make enough money in Top Shots, I can cover losing this bet.
It did last week when I did hero exercise. Like I did not go to the gym, nothing. All last week.
I have since we started. I've skipped one day of exercise.
Davis, I know what your exercise is. A recumbent bike is not exercise.
But I also have an exercise bet booked with Lamarca where I have to do 60 minutes a day. So I did 2x the next day.
All right. So right now, AMC is at 1854.
1811.
Nokia 687. You guys have anything else that you're looking at?
I only got in on AMC personally.
GameStop 326, Express almost $10.
So tell me, because I haven't been in the weeds on this. What's the end game here? Obviously, you're trying to punish the squeezers here with the shorts. When is everyone getting out, and how is it getting time to where you don't get left holding the bag?
Well, I think the goal is, number one, that these people that had shorts, they have to like purchase everything back so that they're not like punishing everybody. The other aspect of it is I'm sure there will be people holding the bag.
Tuttle profit shames me on Twitter.
Oh, yeah,
Tuttle did, yeah.
What? It's true. You did not understand the thesis of the play if you bought AMC at $15 to cash out at $35.
Yeah,
100% true.
But I saw
true.
where someone, Pump or Zero Hedge or one of these guys said what the end game should be is that at 300 they let Reddit buy all their stocks and then take all that money and purchase all Bitcoin and then just become like $1 trillion company.
That was Zero Hedge.
So yeah, there are like different people are like hoping that something comes out of this. Like, what can they do with this influx of money? Like, they should be like buying up other game companies, or they should be buying up digital game companies. I hear Top Shot's looking for some investors. So, anyways,
well, what can you do? I am pretty disappointed though, because I wasn't able to get anything in before close yesterday. So none of my limit orders filled, none of my options filled either. So I'm going to make like $20 and stupid.
I saw it. Was that because were the apps intervening to protect those companies, or was the usage that they just had a Top Shot, your order still processing moment?
I honestly don't know.
Crashed right away.
Yeah, but I don't know 100% how the aftermarket and pre-market stuff works in terms of who gets priority and all of that. I assume.
I can tell you the Robin Hooders do. They can trade up to 5, and then 30 minutes before at 8 Central.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is people who were able to get in aftermarket and pre-market made more than the peasants per usual.
Like, our friend John Aguiar said that he has a feeling that today's after hours are going to be like the nuttiest ever. I've heard people say that like Nokia is going to go as soon as trading ends, like it's going to skyrocket. So the at Reddit investing, I think, is the Twitter handle.
Wait, so you're telling me to buy some Nokia right now?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Is anyone, this is somewhat off topic, is anyone feeling group chat fatigue right now? I feel like I have 19 group chats going on all different apps.
Yeah.
And it's overwhelming.
Yeah. And
Discord and it's like
you don't even join Discord.
I am in a couple Discords, but it's too much, dude.
Hey, I found someone for our Discord.
Who?
Drew Dinkmeyer.
Drew Dinkmeyer bought his very first Bitcoin today.
He told us in the DK Pros chat, and he said that he has moments too. He has like over 50 moments.
Oh, he's in on the moments. He was an early adopter.
No, he was not in when I was trying to get him to go in on a premium Jokic, and he shot me down, and it's literally 25x since we talked.
Well, hey, it's all right. The Jokic that you and I bought, he's gonna win MVP. We're gonna sell it for $500 million.
What's a Billy?
Okay, I just bought Nokia.
What's that?
500. I just bought Nokia.
Is he a rotation player on the Thunder?
No, but I did buy Conley and Ingles with our boy Donovan Mitchell.
So sharp of you, dude.
Davis, you got real cards too.
Yeah, because
why would you invest in Jackson Hayes?
Yeah,
why Jackson Hayes?
I just like him.
He's trash.
I just like him. That's all I got.
Where did he go to college? Where was he a college guy?
I have no idea.
Couldn't begin to tell you. Or was he a high school dude?
Well, you can't be high school dudes anymore.
International,
Jackson
whatever.
Hayes Wiki. He went to Texas. Oh, I did know that.
No,
I
Davis
should have
didn't.
known that.
He's from Norman too. But as you guys know, Top Shots are not cheap, especially if you want to buy good ones. And I was realizing, like, I'm just sitting here buying $400 cards every single night. This is gonna add up pretty quickly, and physical cards are just much cheaper. That's really what it comes down to. Is I can buy hundreds of physical cards and hold them and hope to spike something.
You know what else are cheaper? VHS tapes.
VHS, yeah. You can get VHS for so cheap.
It just, I don't know. It also seems interesting. It's another dopamine hit. You know, I'm all about the next dopamine hit. Like, it's a good.
I see your Twitter feed. It's just a nonstop. It's like your Twitter feed is like if there was something that plugged into your brain that showed the dopamine and serotonin receptors, and then it just spit that out into tweet form constantly for people.
Dude,
Hey,
okay.
Speaking of, I got my first piece of digital art last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
That was a pretty sick one, I think. I think just like LOL WTF Eric was the guy that created it, and it's of Luke Cornett. I don't know if Devin can bring up that screenshot, but it's a 1-of-1 cold feline, and it says for Soccer Dave, and it's got NBA Top Shot in the top left.
How much did this cost? How much is this? Because it looks cool.
I don't want to give away all the stuff that I'm putting into this because I don't want to blow up Eric's feed. Like he might $100. I'll say that $100.
Okay. He gave you a Top Shot Pro discount.
I mean, I'm not gonna say yes or no, but he okay. Here's the deal. He accepts. I did not pay him in money.
You paid him an F.
No.
Top Shots.
Top Shots. Legit. Paid him in Top Shots. Have you
How good of a Top Shot did you have to give him?
Top Shots.
He gave him a Contavious Caldwell Pope metallic gold limited edition that's now worth $900.
So I'm going to get a Swolecast drawing, and we'll make some of these.
Wow. You promising merch to the people. I mean, what
It's never gone.
digital.
It's never gone wrong before.
Digital though, that's the great thing about digital. You remove like talking.
He doesn't have to stop hurting his back at his desk anymore.
Yeah, like you're removing all the friction. You know, it's like Jeremy said last night. So going to the post office, going on eBay, all that stuff. It's really just clicking and sending to it.
Do we have any updates on the Swolements? I was getting tagged in those last week. Some people sending in their
Yeah, we got
favorite
some good
moments. Where are we at with that?
That's a good question. We need more. By the way, if you can see,
You think Kitchen actually put any work into that?
oh,
No, it was a rhetorical question.
over the past week, you can get a Swolecast shirt like this right here.
Really? Can you?
Has anyone gotten a Swolecast shirt?
I've
What's that?
never seen anyone other than us in a Swolecast.
I got a picture from Sammy. I got Sammy his. Eli got Sammy his for me.
Yeah. All I gotta do is fill out the form, and then it goes to Eli, and then Eli ships it. Soccer Dave doesn't have anything to do with the shipment process.
But I gotta say, like off the top of my head, there's like 100 people who have been owed like Swolecast t-shirts at one point or another. How many of those people have received a t-shirt?
None.
That's a good question.
This is such a shit operation.
That's our motto. All right. So let's go back to the Cool Cats because it's next on the list. T-shirt shipping.
Who's getting a Cool Cats pack?
Are you doing the Luca moment, Dave?
I don't think so.
Bullshit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I call
That's pretty
giant
attainable.
bullshit. The packs are gonna come out tonight. The price is gonna be like $800 to do it, and you're gonna
If it's that price, yes, we'll do it. If it's more than that price, there's going to be 2,500 Lucas floating around. Again, for those that do not know, like what is going on? They have these like packs, and you have to collect 5 players. And if
We're
you
way
collect these
past
5
this,
players,
Dave. We're way past this. Everyone knows.
We talked about this for 3 hours over the last 2 weeks.
airdrop a Luca to you. The thing is, if you are holding any duplicates or 4 of 5 when this challenge ends, you have done it wrong. You either go for it all or you don't.
Ooh, they're already dropping big time.
Yeah. So
people are probably starting to get their Cool Cats packs distributed.
There you go.
So if they drop, we'll 100% do it. If they go up, like you saw how many people got the Steph Curry, like Peter's face.
Wait, they were so expensive and 211 people did it.
Peter's face last night, CSU's face when he realized that he had.
So those guys didn't capitalize on it?
No, he did, but he thought it was going to be like 25 or 30.
And he thought he was going to be able to sell it for a lot.
And then it was like 207. So it's just like, it's not that rare. It's like the Giannis MVP airdrop card that's like a 290 or 277 or 297. Like, you know,
that stuff still would have been worth it though, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Like, what would you price the Steph at right now, Peter? The 10? Because you had to pay over 10 to get it.
I honestly was not entrenched in that challenge. I don't have good familiarity with it. That's above my challenge price point.
Well, a 1 out of 207 Steph, what would that be?
I don't know, like min 1,500.
Exactly, and they're paying like
it was like $1,000 for the lowest of the metallics to buy.
Well, yeah, and at the end it was more than that.
Did not, yeah.
So the challenges are interesting. I agreed with Jack last night when he said they should be doing more challenges. And I know that there's concern from Jeremy that it will like taint the market when you have control over the market, basically.
Yeah, that was my
this is what happens. So I was talking about this with Pete Pete, it's so much talking about Top Shots, or maybe actually, you know what, Tuttle, it was with you and Sean that I was talking about this with, but in Ultimate Team, there are all these sets that you can complete where you put teams together, right? So like, let's say you have 10 Oklahoma City Thunder cards, then you get, a special throwback James Harden or whatever. Like, I think would be the next way. Because what you want to do with these sets is you want to provide value and liquidity to cards that are not going to have value and liquidity, because you want, when someone opens a pack, you want them to think everything has a chance to have value. You don't want them to open a pack and go, this is stupid. So if you open a pack and you get a David Nwaba 1,200 or 12,000 circulating count, and you're like, wow, that sucks. Oh, wait, I can put him in this Rocket set. I can complete this Rockets and I can get a special Tracy McGrady moment or whatever. So I think that's something they should do.
I like how it adds to the gamification of it. Nothing against the cardboard heads out there. But when the cardboard game is just 98% people going after rookies, and like football, it's got to be like rookie quarterbacks, like then it becomes stale, right? Like adding a little bit of personality to the digital stuff when you can do these challenges. I like it. I don't want it to be this thing where everyone is just going after a few cards, right? Like they can create so many moments, and you want to like be careful with how you invest in those moments, but there should be fun stuff with this, because it's with all the gamification going around.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this was answered on Peter's show that I did not watch last night. Why does NBA Top Shots own so many of their own moments?
They just print them off?
I thought they were distributed, right? Like I thought it was like you could just get them in a pack, and like everything, all the moments were distributed. But I do not believe that's the case.
They mint them, and that's where it comes from. And then they distribute them in the packs. So like when you're opening up Crypto Slam and you see new moments that are minted, it says like the user it goes to is NBA Top Shot.
Well, so I'm saying like I bought a Norman Powell moment a few weeks.
Tuttle's trying to complete the challenge.
No, this one wasn't one. And like the top 25 cereals are owned by Top Shot. And this is series 1. So theoretically all this should be distributed, right?
Does it just say it's Top Shots when it's in a pack?
Go to I'll link it in. Will YouTube allow me to link it, or should I just do it in our secret chat? I'll do it in the. So look at this one.
Which
I don't even
secret
know
chat?
where I was. I did it in
I
our
see
Zoom.
Oh yeah, the one that Overzet's not in.
No.
He's in our Zoom.
Oh, our Zoom chat.
So if you look at like the top 24.
I actually didn't get it in the Zoom chat.
I didn't
Yeah,
get
it's not. It's not. You must have just sent it to Devin. Yeah.
Oh, privately.
I was like, there's a separate Zoom chat
I didn't know
that you
there
guys
was a
all have
separate
without
Zoom
me.
chat. What the hell? How do I not do this privately? Okay, there we go.
All right,
But I want to know why like Top Shots owns the top 24 of this moment.
What moment is it?
It's a good question. It's a Norman Powell dunk.
Has it been released yet?
Yes, this is series
Yeah.
1.
I don't know.
I see Mr. Tuttle actually holds one of these.
And I'm trying to get rid of it because it was a bad buy. I want to get rid of this thing. But
I did see
Tuttle, sell it to me. Sell it to me off chain.
How much you want it for?
What do you want to sell it for?
I don't know. I put more in than
So-
I'm asking. I'm just trying to get rid of it right now.
so he can put it.
I'll send
Nokia.
I'll send you $88 for this.
Hell no, not even close.
So the fun thing about this is like Crypto Slam, they pulled like a next level move where they were like the site that everyone would go to for information about like how well they were doing, that sort of thing. And then now they're doing the Dutch auctions at the top. So they like got a piece of the market to go to them for like a reference point, and now they're also a third-party marketplace. I thought that was a sharp move. I like the Dutch auction stuff. I hope that takes off. Obviously, your concern is like safety, right? Like if you buy it from someone, will they gift it to you?
Yeah.
Peter,
Okay.
thoughts on that?
So
What do they?
Bird's
I-
explaining this in chat, by the way. My question that nobody knew the answer to.
Should we read it here? The reason they own so many is for giveaways and for special events, and some will be erased. They just explained it the other day. I had heard about the burn stuff for the Western Conference and Eastern Conference series, that there was a bunch of those that were never released in packs because all those packs didn't get bought. And instead of releasing them some other way, they just burn it. So they did mention that they're going to end up having a burn rate kind of, I don't know if it would be a badge or number or whatever on there next to the cereal. So you can kind of get a gauge for what the true circulation is for a moment. But I wasn't aware of it as it pertains to them specifically holding moments on their account.
Would you want to target those ones then, theoretically? Because the circulation count would be lower?
I would assume that once they put that burn rate and people realize the supply is a third of what they think it is now, I mean, the scarcity has to drive it up.
Yeah. Everyone who I have showed Top Shot to, that was able to have like sign up for an account and is like in it, they're in it. So that's exciting.
You know what's funny? Some of my real life bros are like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Like they think it's dumb. And these are dudes who like own crypto and like trade stocks, but they're like, it's stupid.
I thought it was stupid when it first came out. I bought packs for a bit. I mean, it was 100%.
You told me that, Kitchen, and I was like, are you sure this is a bit?
Are you sure it's a bit?
Yeah, like it was a bit. And then it was like, oh, I got like I started getting into it, and it got me hooked. The same thing for a buddy of mine. The same thing for a lot of people that get into it, like kind of one of our other friends, TJ. Who's
he's in. TJ's in now.
Yeah,
the hooks are in, TJ. Yeah, but no, like and also some of my friends that I told about it didn't start trying to get on the site until the nonsense, because we all had a period where for like 2 days we were able to get on the store, buy stuff, sell stuff, open packs, like without the crazy technological problems. And most of my buddies who've tried to get on have been like, oh, great, I can't buy anything and I can't sell anything and use all that stuff.
Right, because if you had one good experience early on, then you were hooked and you were willing to put up with the bullshit. But if that was your very first experience, you're like, I don't get it. What's the hype? I keep refreshing.
Yep.
This is shit.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys see that what Mark Cuban tweeted?
Was
Yeah,
it
like
an
10
NFT
like
of him or something?
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's Rareable. So I'll post it in the not so secret chat and Zoom, so maybe Devin can pull that tweet up. But it's basically, he said, check out my artwork for sale, and it's on app.rarible.com/mcuban. But his tags,
Tags on Twitter tilt me so hard.
Okay,
when
but
they're not done ironically.
But he's kind of a boomer, right? Like he's kind of a boomer. Just the fact that he's using tags like Rarible, Ethereum, non-fungible, digital asset, NFT, like those are all what Top Shot is. So you get Cuban.
Hey, can
Gary
you? I didn't get that link. Can you send it to me on Cyberdust real quick?
You better get to it quick so it doesn't delete itself.
But I
fast.
appreciated it. Peter, do you know what Cyberdust is?
No.
Yeah. It was an app that Cuban tried to come out with that it would erase your messages after 10 seconds of reading it. And what was it a response to? Was it a response to
dick pics?
No.
No, what was the one
No, it was a
WhatsApp?
it was a censorship thing. Cuban is kind of a crybaby about
people stealing his data.
Well, I mean, that's a whole different conversation. You should read this book, Radical Markets, David.
Reading a book? Like paperback?
I read it on my Kindle.
I'm enjoying it, Davis. I'm like almost halfway through. It's very relevant to the times.
I think it is, and I think it's great. And I'm very excited to talk to Glenn Whale, the author. I think he'll have some interesting things to say about NFTs, I think. Assuming we're going to talk to him about Top Shots, because I assume we'll talk to him about Top Shots.
Yeah. Did you guys see Adam Levitan yesterday beating the drum for Top Shots?
I didn't know he was an expert. Maybe
Imagine-
he surprised himself that he's an expert too.
Imagine being a no mentor, bro.
He's a fractional investor thought leader.
Imagine not being a Triceratops skull fractional owner.
That actually, he did redeem himself. He said, imagine being a no-scholar.
Pete, how mad are you that I got early access to the skull?
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed. I had a tweet. I said, in an alternate universe, within a week, I'm doing a Dino Bone show wearing a pith helmet as a prop.
Do you want me to DM the guy who gave me early access and get early access for you?
Yeah, get me in on this Dino pump and dump.
Can you guys explain that?
I mean, think about it. Literally, what could be more scarce than dinosaur fossils? If we're talking about a store of value, they're not creating more. They're not creating more fossils, Dave. There's no more fossils. That's it. That's all there are.
Explain.
Wait another 65 million years.
Explain to people what this is, because when you saw the tweet, I was like, did someone just pay for a filter? Like, that's what I thought it was because of the camera filter you get with it, but it's actually the filter of the fossil.
Well, there is an app. It's called Rally Road. You can find it in the App Store, Google Play, wherever. And they have all sorts of rare stuff that you can fractionally invest in, right? They have a Jackie Robinson rookie card. They have a 1971 Topps football wax box. They have you can buy part of the Kobe Bryant farewell game floor from the forum. And one of the things that is fractionally up for auction is a Triceratops skull, guy named Deaton, and it goes on sale public on Friday. One of the guys who's a dev for the app follows me on Twitter and saw that I tweeted at Jeremy Levine about wanting to buy part of this dinosaur skull and granted me early access. So I purchased part of a dinosaur skull.
So where are they holding this skull?
Didn't do that much. Yeah.
You didn't do that much research. Davis doesn't know where his skull is held. As long as it's on his phone, it's fine.
Aren't you concerned about the storage for your skull, bro?
It is being held at Texas Wesleyan University, I believe.
Okay. I didn't do that much research.
Dude, literally, it's a buying opportunity of a lifetime. Someone offers you to buy part of an extinct dinosaur, you just say yes, regardless of cost or terms.
I'll get in. I'll get in on this if it includes like a CCTV of the dino bone that I could just watch security footage.
No, but they do offer you a $35 ceremonial like thing to hang up on your wall to say that you're an owner of it. I passed on the wall hanging.
What is the point if you can't show it off, Davis? I mean,
buddy, I tweeted it. It'll live forever in the annals of my tweets.
Based on
unless
your
I
track
delete
record,
it.
it doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, if there's a big downturn in the dinosaur fossil market, I might have to delete it to hide my bad investment.
Yo, where did that Deaton tweet go?
Oh boy. All right. Tuttle, you're watching something really close, is it?
I was just making sure it wasn't Rashford that went down. It was Marshall, so we're good. Martial.
Okay.
We need Greenwood goals, Tut.
So
I can't believe you're grinding soccer DFS at a time like this.
And I know it honestly does. It feels empty, dude. Like I look at it, does nothing for me. Seeing the numbers flash on the screen, it does nothing for me.
Soccer is the one sport that I don't play enough that I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I still enjoy watching it because I don't play enough to have like some insane sweat or anything. I just play it for fun.
Here's what I'll say though about DFS players. You have an immediate edge over the field when it comes to Top Shot.
When it comes to anything, because your brain is functional and it works. If you are able to even grind out -3 ROI in DFS, you pretty much have an edge in most market related things.
I mean, I think I talked about it on Pete's stream last week, but it was like when the trade happened last week with Kevin Porter Jr. Immediately, I feel like the DFS heads who like got the alerts for that went and bought up all the rookies, and his price like skyrocketed 50% like in an hour, and then people kept on buying them after that when they like found out. So,
but I will say that's not my relationship with Top Shot. I'm not playing the NBA day-to-day stock market. Like I have no clue about any.
Pete and I are going long. Pete and I are going long.
Unless it's a series 2 commons, in which case we're going micro.
I'm going short to go long. Like I've got my longs, but I'm going short to pay for more longs, basically. That's like the grind. Like someone said, you should be getting 2 of these, one to keep, one to sell. And I kind of agree with that, except for like the really expensive ones. So, but the advantage of going long is that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to grind. You just let the market.
You can not do anything and pretend and feel brilliant as the market rises. It's pretty great.
Yeah. The problem though, and I think this is more on the very, very high end, because I was asking Jeremy last night, they could release new, hyper scarce cards, and the appeal of what they made huge investments in could crater, because then those aren't the moments to go after.
If they do 5 of 5s or something like that, or
right.
1 of 1s.
And so I guess I would say you almost can't just sit on your hands, rest on your laurels, because if the game changes, you don't want to get caught in an inflated asset.
I was like COO of RG, Cameron McMillan, Sicka C-Mac. He has invested into certain cards, and if I say to him, you might want to check on that because of his reasoning for it, it's like I am offending him. It's like me saying, hey, you want to make sure that's correct. It's like he makes that into like I have offended him.
Could it be your condescending tone, Dave?
No. Might want to check on that. Giannis, Giannis is a guy that he owns the run it back of Giannis because he believes that it's going to get a rookie badge, which it should, but not a rookie debut badge. But he thinks that's still going to be valuable. It's underpriced. Listening to Jeremy talk last night, Jeremy hopes that it's not going to be valuable because then you could just create a moment of anybody's rookie. Like you go back to 1984 or 84.
I do hope we get some vintage gifs of like Larry Bird, like shooting a 3-pointer over a car mechanic and like, Michael Jordan dunking on a plumber and all that stuff. I think that would be really good. I don't know what their licensing stuff is like though.
But if you go and look at the closest we have to that on the site right now, the Run It Back series, those are not in hot demand.
High priority.
I've been eyeing a Chauncey Billups one just because I have a little vague personal connection to him. And I was like, do I want to buy this? It wasn't even when he was on the Nuggets though. And so I don't know.
When he's on the Pistons?
It's the one.
I did the same basically thing as that, Pete, is I bought the Nick Collison one just because I love Nick Collison.
My cousin played against Chauncey Billups in the Colorado State Championship, and Chauncey Billups dunked on my cousin in that game. So Chauncey's and then my other cousin was Mrs. Basketball in Colorado that year that Chauncey was Mr. Basketball. So maybe I need to go buy this moment right now.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You have the opportunity right now before we close to pump one card. Davis, what is it?
Chauncey Billups.
I don't even want any of my. I don't want any of my cards to sell right now because I feel like if they sell right now, it's going to be for not enough money.
You don't want the market to go up on your cards?
I would like them to go up further. So I'm the cards I have listed. I have them listed up 10 times what I expect.
It doesn't mean you have to have them listed, right? It just means like you get to pump a card. What is it? You get to suggest a card, which turns into pumping it because people think you're doing it so that it increases the ask price of each one.
Well, there's only one card that I bought with US dollars this week and that I think is a good buy, and it's Nikola Jokic because I'm pretty sure he's going to win MVP and that his cards are gonna boom.
Was it the base ones?
What did we buy, Pete? You have a bookmark.
Was it the layup or the?
No,
it was the 3, right?
It's a Western Conference Finals 3-pointer high serial number.
I don't like the Western Conference Finals, but I did buy some base ones of Jokic this week.
Well, someone mentioned it in the chat earlier too. He was saying the burn rate on the Eastern Conference might be as high as 2/3 and then a third burn rate on the Western Conference Finals. So yeah, we have a 49 out of 275, and that might even still be coming down with the burn rate.
Look at the
Tuttle's running the David Nwaba market.
No, see, this will tell you. So this one's hidden in packs and stuff.
I will say that I think it was last week, the Discord chat was trying to pump the Sam Merrill to get it like over $8, and it was just a regular common card. And people are like, who's Sam Merrill? Exactly. He's a rookie, but his 3 was the one that broke the record for the Bucks when they had the most 3s in an NBA game. So it's interesting to see what everybody pumps. Tuttle, what's the card that you would recommend to someone right now?
The 227 Norman Powell, currently listed for $190.
Sick buy. Yeah.
I think that would be a really good below market value buy.
All right.
Screw it. I just bought the Billups.
I knew.
Yes, gosh. Chauncey.
Right before you pumped it. That's a smart buy. That is a really smart buy.
I had really pulled back and I was only in sell mode, and I literally talked myself into it on the show.
Yeah, I know your reasoning. When you brought up your cousin winning Mrs. Basketball the same year.
I have a photo of her and Chauncey Billups in the Rocky Mountain News. Yeah, I just bought it. 83 out of 275. Let's go.
Nice. He's an analyst on ESPN. So, I mean, come playoff time, when people start tuning in, they'll be like, hey, there's Chauncey Billups. There's a guy I see on TV all the time.
Pump it, Chauncey.
All right. What card should I pump? I would just say would recommend Darius Garland to people. I think he's going to be starting tonight. He's going to get back. His rookie card for base 1 is way too low.
Would you buy his physical card too?
No, but I bought all 3 rookie cards. Like that was one of my first purchases. And then I've continued to buy rookie cards of him. So he looked good in limited action against the Lakers. I think he goes up from here. All right. Any other closing thoughts before we end this sucker?
Just really
Tuttle?
show some respect to the fundamentals of the stock market, everyone. If you're making money off of GameStop and AMC today, you really need to respect all the people who put their blood, sweat, and tears in the stock market.
I did have, kind of just to put a bow on everything we've talked about today. I do think Ronald Jones is really interesting relative to where he's priced to the defenses and the kickers on the showdown slate. I think everyone gravitating toward Fournette. He's kind of my early guy I want to flag plant right now, guys.
All right. Tuttle, you have a terrible take for the Super Bowl?
Way too early for that.
Way too early. Hey, we got to tune in to next week's show here on RotoGrinders.com. It's the Swolecast. We'll see you next time, everybody.